Good afternoon, respected chairperson, esteemed faculty members, and distinguished participants from various institutions. I am Neha Sharma, Assistant Professor on behalf of 𝐂𝐜𝐿 College of Nursing, welcomes you all to day 4 of the 5-day National Faculty Development Program on transforming nursing education through effective implementation of outcome-based semester system. Yesterday, on day 3rd, our esteemed resource person, Mrs. Ratna Tadi ma'am, delivered an insightful session on academic evaluation in the semester system, with special emphasis on the examination system and assessment strategies. The session provided participants with a comprehensive understanding of evaluation and assessment practices, including the scheme of examination, distribution of marks, and assessment guidelines. Her expert guidance helped clarify the effective implementation of the evaluation system within the semester framework. As we continue this enriching academic journey, today's session focuses on academic evaluation in the semester system, grading, SGPA and CGPA, and transcript framework. Effective grading does more than assign marks. It provides meaningful feedback, recognizes achievement, and motivates continuous learning. It is indeed a privilege to once again welcome our esteemed resource person, Mrs. Ratna Tadi ma'am. Although ma'am hardly needs an introduction after yesterday's enriching session, I would like to take this opportunity to briefly acknowledge her remarkable contributions. Mrs. Ratna Tadi ma'am is an associate professor at Geetham Institute of Nursing, Visakhapatnam, and currently serves as the examination chief of the institute. With over 15 years of experience in nursing education and assessment, she is widely recognized for her expertise in education evaluation system. A proud alumni of 𝐂𝐜𝐿 College of Nursing, she has significantly contributed to nursing education through workshops, skill training programs, community outreach initiatives, and as a resource person for various academic and healthcare programs. Ma'am, we are delighted to have you with us once again. Dear participants, please be with us till the end of the session as we'll be having a group photograph. If you have any query and question, please feel free and drop them in the chat box, or you can use raise hand feature. Thank you for your cooperation. Ma'am, may I now invite you to kindly deliver your session? Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So let me share my slide for today's session.
Radha, it's not actually clear. Your voice is not clear. You are muted. Actually, unmute yourself and just try once.
Yes.
You are muted, actually. Unmute yourself, Ratna.
Yeah. Now am I audible, madam?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So this is the continuation from yesterday's session. So again, I just wanted to revise. We were going through the syllabus from INC, both 2020 as well as the revised syllabus from 2022. Again, today's also the same sources we will be taking into consideration. Then today's session is totally regarding the grading, SGPA, CGPA, and transcript framework. And I will review about yesterday's what we did. So we completed only main thing I will be reviewing, that is the concept of even semester and odd semester, scheme of examination we dealt, we understood how the internal marks are divided between practical as well as theory. We understood that examination regulation, what are the regulations regarding the attendance, what are the regulations regarding criteria and the subjects mark division. We understood what are the revised latest amendment which INC had given, those all things we dealt. We understood what are the declaration given for pass mark according to INC. We understood about the internal marks, what was the criteria given by INC, and how we can implement according to our specialty, how we can do continuous assessment as well as our sessional exam and combine
Excuse me,
both
ma'am.
of them and get the internal marks. And we also practiced how
Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry to
to
interrupt you.
get the internal marks.
Ma'am,
Sorry,
your voice is not audible.
voice is not
Actually,
audible.
नहीं, actually it is not clear, Ratna. अगर
Yeah.
mic को पास में, if you bring your mic near to you, na, it will be more audible.
Madam, I am
We
not
can't.
able to hear to you actually. It is very less volume from your side.
Okay, from our side also the volume is less. Actually, it is in 100%.
From your side, volume is very less. I could not hear.
Ratna, you do one thing, you change your that headphone.
Headset. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just fine.
Now am I audible, madam?
Yes, clearly audible. Good.
Thank you so much. So I'll share my slide again. So yesterday we completed the concept of even semester and odd semester. We understood about the scheme of examination. We understood about examination regulation, declaration of pass marks and internal marks. We understood how we have to calculate internal marks by using continuous assessment as well as sessional exam. So today we will be focusing on the topics, that is university exam pattern. It is also given by this. This is completely the final exam, the end semester exams pattern we will be understanding for theory as well as for practical. Then we will be understanding what are the sample of mark sheet, because INC had given in the latest 2022 syllabus, they have given the format for mark sheet that we will be going to understand, and also we will be trying to understand how to calculate SGPA and CGPA, and then how to prepare the transcript. This also is being given by INC in the syllabus very clearly, so we will just touch that part also. And so let's start with the topic. So first is university examination pattern. So first part is theory. So here I will be giving a few examples of my university question paper, and then according to INC's given pattern, how we framed our question paper. So university theory question paper pattern. So for 75 marks, but as we know, there are different subjects which have part A, part B, and how the marks is distributed among that. So on the basis of that, they have given clearly how the question, how many should be MCQ, how many should be essay, like that they have given the pattern. So one thing we have to remember in semester syllabus is every time this is the pattern for all the question paper. This is the pattern. We have first part MCQ, we have second part essay questions, we have third part short answers question, and fourth part very short answers. So the pattern which they are giving, it revolves around these four parts. So we have first, that is section A, that is 75 marks, and section B 38 marks. So we have three subjects aligned here. One is and applied physiology. We have another subject that is applied sociology and applied psychology. And third one is applied microbiology and infection control, including safety. So these are the three which have two parts, section A 37 marks and section B 38 marks. So INC had given how we have to divide this 37 and 38 marks in our question paper. So I told you this we have to remember: MCQ, essay, short, very short. This is the pattern which is followed in almost all the paper. So we have MCQ, 37 marks, 6 MCQ, essay 1, short 3, very short 3. So the mark distribution given is each MCQ carries 1 mark, essay carries 10 marks, short carries 5 marks, very short carries 2 marks. So here in 38, so this total marks becomes 37. In section B, again we have MCQ 7, essay 1, short 3, very short 3. So mark distribution remains the same. 1 for MCQ, 10 for essay, short for 5, and very short for 2. When we will combine all these things, so we will be getting 38 marks. So this is the pattern for the above mentioned subject which the university follows, and we should make our students aware of this pattern, because yesterday's session we saw that the internal marks has to be carried out of 30. So this pattern becomes like it is our responsibility to make student aware of this pattern. So for this I had kept one sample from our university. So in our university, we have choices actually. So here we can see in MCQ, we don't have any choice. So this is applied anatomy. So in MCQ, we don't have any choice. But in essay, two questions are given, and the student is asked to attempt any one. Then we have a very short, so three. Total number of questions are 5, but they have to attempt 3. So we have two choices in each, like very short and short. This is our pattern. And but the INC given things like 6 question in MCQ, and 1 question in essay, and 3 question in short, and 3 question in very short. So this 4 remains the same. And the additional, whether to give choice, whether not to give choice, that depends on university protocol and whatever the head agrees with. According to that, the pattern changes. So I kept one more example from MP University question paper. So here we can see. So what I observed is, like from our pattern, there is a slight difference. Here I can see that the pattern remains same: 6 MCQs, 1 essay, shorts are given 3, and 3 very shorts are given. But I observed that there was no choice given in long answers. So we need to make the student very much aware of this pattern, because they will be in like they will if we give choice in our pre-final, and there in from university choice is not given, then student becomes very disheartened. So we need to make student aware of this pattern, whatever is the respective university following. So that I wanted to make clear. So that's why I kept both the universities question paper. But the conclusion is that the pattern which university, the INC have given, that need to be followed. Choice remains the choice. The giving choice remains it is totally the decision of university. So we have second part where section A is for 50 marks, section B is for 25 marks. That is our biochemistry and nutrition. Actually, in when this old syllabus, when we copy this thing, it shows the name as nutrition and biochemistry, but yesterday when I was discussing about the changes, I told that the first part will be biochemistry, which is of 25 marks, and the next part will be nutrition and dietetics, that will be of 50 marks. So this we have to reverse it. This change is not mentioned in this particular syllabus of 2022. So this we have to remember, and we need to modify, and we need to make it upside down. So this biochemistry part will remain up, that is section A, and this section, our nutrition and dietetics part will go down. So I'll start with from bottom. So MCQs, 4 MCQs for 25 marks, 4 MCQs, short 3 and very short 3. The marks remains MCQs for 1 mark only, short for 5, very short for 2. We can observe no essay type question is there. for biochemistry. Only short and very short are being given. Now, in nutrition, we have MCQ 8, we have essay or situational type 1, so it is of 10 marks, and short 4 questions, which is of 5 marks each, and very short 6, which is of 2 marks each, so total 12 marks. So, like this, the mark distribution is given for biochemistry and nutrition and dietetics. So, I'll show you a sample of our question paper. So, the biochemistry counts as part A as per the 2022 regulation, and we have 4 MCQ, we have 3 short answers, and we have 3 very short answers. And in part B, we can see 8 MCQs, we can see essay 1, we can see 4 short answers, and we can see 6 very short answers. But choice, again, I'm telling, it remains, it is the freedom of the university. So we are giving 2 choices. So that remains on the hand of university. So then the third part is where the section, there are 3 parts, like section A, section B, section C. So we have the subjects like PPG. So in this, section A will be of 38 marks, B will be 25 marks, and section C is of 12 marks. So the mark distribution goes like MCQ 7 into 1, 7 marks total, essay 1, the marks given is 10 marks, short answers 3, very short answers 3. So marks given for short is 5 and very short it is 2. For section B, 25 marks, that is pathology. For 3, the marks given is 2. Then we have section C where MCQ is 3 and the marks given are 1, and short 1 where marks given are 5, and very short where the number of questions are 2 and marks given are 2. So I will show you one sample of our question paper. So we have pharmacology 1 and 2, 38 marks. We have 7 MCQs. We have 1 essay. We have 3 short answers. We have 3 very short answers. Then we come to the second part, that is pathology. So 37 marks, out of which pathology is 25 and genetics is 12 marks. So we have 4 MCQs, we have 3 short answers, we have 3 very short answers. In genetics, we have 3 MCQs, we have short answers of 1. So, and we have very short answers too. So this is entirely we follow the INC protocol for designing the question paper. Then we have research and statistics, where research is of 55 marks and statistics is of 20 marks. So the mark distribution goes like MCQ 9 into 1. So 9 MCQs has to be given in research. Essay, 2 essays will be given, each of 15 marks. So total marks will be 30. Then we have short, 2 shorts, each of 5 marks. So total marks 10. Very short, 3, and the marks will be 2 and total marks will be 6. Then we have section B, 20 marks. So that is our statistics. So MCQ 4 questions will be there, each of 1 mark. Short will be 2 shorts will be there with 5 marks each, and very short 3 and each carrying 2 marks. So this is the pattern which of our university. So we have 9 MCQs. So we have first paper, that is part A, nursing research. So we have 9 MCQs. Then we have 2 essay questions. Again, choice remains. This is the freedom of university. Then we have short answers. So 2 short they have to write. Then we have very short, where 3 shorts, very shorts they have to write. Then we have part B, where statistics MCQs are 4. Then we have short notes, that is 2. And we have very short notes, they are 3 in number. So this is how the INC had given the pattern of examination. So this is the marks for 75 marks. So all other subjects like child health, mental health, adult health nursing, community health nursing, those subjects should follow this pattern. So we have MCQs, 12 MCQs each for 1 mark, and the total becomes 12. Essay, 2 essays are there, each for 15 marks, and total becomes 30. Short 5, and total number of shots will be, the total marks given to each shot is 5, and so total marks becomes 25, and very short is 4 in number, and each marks allotted is 2, so we have 8, and the grand total comes as 75. So this is the example I kept for child health nursing. I already told child health, mental health, OBG, and the community health nurse follows, all these subject follows the same pattern. So 12 MCQs, 2 essays, then we have 5 short, and we have 4 very short. So this is the pattern given by INC for formulating the question paper. Then we have college level exam, which has to be conducted before the university examination. So end of the semester examination. So total marks is out of 50. But yesterday when we were discussing, we understood that the marks which has to be sent to the university is out of 25. So they had clearly mentioned in the syllabus book. You can go through the page number 116 to 17. You can find this, and they have divided it by 2, and we have to send the marks out of 25. But the question paper remains out of 50. So we have to have MCQ. So this we have to prepare. So MCQ 8. Each MCQ consists of 1 mark, so total marks 8. Essay, we have 1 essay, and each essay consists of 10 marks, so we are 10 here. Shorts, 4, total number of 4 shorts will be there, each with 5 marks, and total marks will be 20. Very short, 6 very shorts will be there, each with 2 marks, and total marks will be 12. And the grand total comes as 50. So this is the sample of our college level exam. So we can see 8. Remember, we need to follow Bloom's taxonomy. Already since day one, it was very clear that we need to follow this pattern. So we have these parameters: remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, create. So in our question paper, we need to give which level. So it goes like level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is the highest level. So which level our question falls, that we need to specify. So I get just a sample of that. So here this heading is Bloom's level actually. So this is our question paper, and here the heading comes as Bloom level. So each question we need to define, or we need to give the level according to Bloom's, which level our question falls. Whether it is understanding level, remembrance level, analyze level, whatever level it is, we need to, according to this pyramid, level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we need to specify. So this is just for sample I kept. There is no need to keep this column, but while preparing, we can have an idea whether which type of pattern it is. Yeah, I mean, in Bloom taxonomy, which level it is. So I thought that was all about university theory examination. Now about the university practical examination. So total marks, we know we have to send to the university. Final university exam marks should be out of 50. So OSCE should be out of 15 marks. DOP should be out of 35 marks. So this 35 can be divided among both the external and internal, and the evaluation form can be prepared accordingly. And then the aggregate, both their addition marks can be brought, and out of 35 the student marks can be obtained, and all the marks both we have to combine, and we get the final marks of our students practical exam. Then so the third part is competency assessment. So this is our last semester, that is 8th semester's exam. So it have OSCE, which includes all 5 specialties. So we have, so on the basis of that, every specialty, so 5 into 20 marks. So each specialty station should be of 20 marks. So and that's how, so 5 into 20 becomes 100 marks. So total of 5 examiners should be there. Yesterday also I made it very clear. We need to have 5 examiners 2 external and 3 internal. This internal can be from the hospital also, but the only condition is they should be preferably MSc and they should be having 3 years of teaching experience, and they can of course be a part of this internal examination. As an internal, they can be a part of this examination. So this was about competency assessment. So now I will move to the sample of mark sheet. So here few exercise also we will do to understand how the SGPA and CGPA is calculated. So this sample is given in our new revised syllabus. We will not be able to find this in our old syllabus. So we need to follow this pattern itself. So the 2022 syllabus, we can go through this, and the page number is 24. From there onwards, we will get for each year they have given the sample function. So so we know the subject in first semester it is English, communicative English. So credit hours they have given obtained marks, how much is the passing marks. So we know English and elective, the pass percentage is only 40%. So that also they had mentioned. And anatomy, physiology, rest all 50% is the passing mark, both in internal as well as external. So here and we need to remember very well that in this, while calculating the SGPA CGPA, we have to exclude this communicative English as well as elective marks. Even though credit is given there, by mistake, sometimes students may calculate it and they may get more SGPA, but we need to remember and we need to guide them that this is not added in the calculation of SGPA. So we will talk about SGPA. So this is one of the samples I just copied. I just edited in the same performa of INC. This is actual marks of one of my students. So I just added here. So this is what is important for us. So we got this internal marks, we got this the student obtained marks during the college level exam and the university exam. We got this aggregate marks, final marks of both this combined aggregate. We understood that we got the grade point also, letter grading also. Yesterday only I told you that in 2020, we need to refer 2022 syllabus. In that, clearly whatever updated grade point and letter grades they have given, that only we need to follow. So when we have these grade points, so for us to calculate the SGPA is semester grade point aggregate. So what we have to remember, what is important for is credits and grade point. These are the two things. The first column, I mean after the subject course title, what is the first column that? And we need to go with the last column, that is grade point. So we have to multiply these two and then addition. I will show you in the further slide. So this is how it is given in the syllabus. In 2022 revised syllabus only, they have given the how to calculate SGPA. So if at all you get any doubt, you can surely go back to syllabus book, the 2022 revised one, and you can surely check and get it corrected. So it is calculated like C1. C1 is credit for that particular subject, that one, and G1, that is grade point 1, plus C2, G2. Why? Because we have 3 subjects, but we will not be adding English. So, so C1, credit 1 is for anatomy and physiology, and credit 2 is for sociology and the psychology subjects respectively. So the student obtained grade point is 7 and 5. So we can see, and the credit is 6. So 6 into 7 plus. So this is important. This is actually summation of. So this is summation of the credit and as well as grade point. So 6 into 7, 6 into 5. So we can see 6 into 7, 6 into 5. But these both has to be added. So this plus 6 plus 6. So these two, the credit, the total credit of that particular course, 6 plus 6. So it has to be divided by that. So 6 into 7 is 42 plus 30. 6 into 5 is 30 divided by total credit of that particular course, that is 12. So we get the answer 6 So 6 is the SGPA of that particular student in semester 1. So this is how we take. So actually INC says that we have to mention the SGPA in two decimals. So after this two decimals, so it came round figure for her. But actually wherever it is possible, where decimals are coming, so two point decimals has to be mentioned. So that they have clearly stated. So we need to follow that. So similarly, how we can calculate CGPA? So CGPA is the cumulative grade point aggregate. So how we can calculate? So same. So we have course credit. So already I showed you 6 plus 6 because we are not going to add English. So for that particular semester 1, the course credit is 6. The student got SGPA is 6. So divided by again course credit. Why summation? Because this is only first semester. Furthermore, second semester, third semester, fourth semester. So that's why all the course credit has to be added. So that's why summation is being given. So 12 into 6 divided by 12. So we get 6. So the CGPA of the student is 6. If the student by mistake fails in any of one subject, this CGPA will remain as 3. So it will not be reflected with any of the marks. It remains 0 until the student completes or clears all the exams. So that we need to remember. Sometimes they say that, like, not in this, this is only first semester, so he knows that he failed in one subject, so that's why here it is not reflected. But in some cases, it happens that, like, if he is in second semester, he completed everything, but in first semester, he is pending with one subject. So CGPA remains as 0, SGPA comes. So that becomes a confusion for him. So we need to make him very clear that in the previous semester, anywhere if he is failed, the CGPA will come as 0. So that is one thing we need to remember. So again, similarly, we have for second semester also. So 3 examples I had kept because we can't go with all the examples. So 3 examples I had kept. So this is the second example. So here we have theory, we have, so we need to remember one very important thing is that for theory also there is a grade. So it is not like it is a combination mark. So practical makes a lot of difference here in SGPA and CGPA scores. Is aware that practical also he need to perform very well. So because with this, if he performs very well in the practical, automatically SGPA goes high. Because again, grade point is the SGPA is calculated by using credit and the grade point of practical as well. So we need to remember that. So here HNIT, everything will be included. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. So we will see this. So this is the example of the student's marks. So she got, so we have credit points 5, we have 12, 11, 3. Then we have marks 8, 7, 8, 7. So I had kept here. So C1, G1. So we have 5 into 8, then 12 into 7, 11 into 8, 3 into 7. All has to be added. Divided by total course credit. So course credit was 5, 12, 11, 3. So we have total like 233 divided by 31. So it comes like 7.51. So I told you the INC prescribed that 2 decimals has to be mentioned. So semester 2 SGPA is 7.51 for this particular semester. So now if I want to calculate the CGPA, so it is summation of course credit into SGPA. So we know in first semester the course credit was 12 and the student CGPA was 6 plus 31 is the course credit for this, we can see here. So 31 is the course credit for this particular semester. So 31 into 7.51. So 7.51 was the SGPA of this student in this particular semester. So in bottom also we will add the course credit for both the semesters. So 12 plus 31. So here we get 43. So 72 plus 232.81. So we get 304.81 divided by 43. The students is CGPA for this second semester is, I mean, the total semester till second semester is 7.08. So that's how we calculate
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, I think you're having some network issue. Hello, ma'am, are you there?
Neha, you are requested to call her once.
Yes, ma'am. Ratna ma'am is joining back in just 1 minute.
Madam, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah, sorry for the inconvenience. I think there was a network issue. We were talking about the third semester where we have microbiology AHN1, in which AHN1 again practical as well as theory is there. So the student obtained grade point is 7, 7, 10, and the credit for that particular course, that is third semester, is 377. So we can see here, so we have three parts, C1, G1, C2, G2, C3, G3. We have to add all these things. So we got the total 140. So the credit course for these three are 377. This particular course is 377. So 17 is the total course credit for that particular semester. And then we divide and we get 8.23. I want to emphasize here the student got very good marks in practical. So, and that suited her SGPA here. So this we need to make them understand. They should not neglect practical. They should emphasize on practical as well, because that will help to improve their SGPA and CGPA. Of course, this will affect the CGPA also. And one more thing I want to emphasize, the students are not aware of these things from the beginning. So when they come to third year and fourth year, they become very serious about their CGPA, SGPA. But SGPA is the cumulative addition of all the SGPAs. CGPA is the addition of all the SGPAs. So of course, when from the beginning they are not putting their effort, it won't make any changes, or it won't make much changes if they are putting their effort right now. So that also we need to emphasize them. We need to make them aware of these things from the beginning itself. So how the CGPA is calculated, again, we know this. So from the first semester, second semester, third semester, we need to have the aggregate of course credit and SGPA. Then we have to have the summation of course credit, and when we divide, we get the CGPA 7.40. So this is how we calculate. This is the one example I kept. If anyone is interested, You can note this down, and if possible, at the end of session, if you can give me the answer, you can just note down for TPG the credits. So sixth theory is 7, practical is 7, and professionalism is 1. One more thing very important here is we have elective here. Even though credit is given, even though mark is given, but we need to remember this should not be added. Our elective as well as communicative English marks should not be taken into consideration while calculating SGPA and CGPA. So here a few things are being given. So I gave this example so you can not note it down just for practice. I did not solve this. I just want you to have like to develop that confidence that we can do it. So you can jot down the credit 6771. For sixth, the grade point is 8. For seven, the grade point is 9. For 7, the grade point is 10. For 1, the grade point is 9. Now you can calculate and let me know after the session. And I will be very happy if you are able to do that and develop that confidence. So this is how it is given for all the semesters. The pattern is given. We just need to see the credit from here. We need to see how much grade point our student got, and we need to multiply, we need to add and get the SGPA, CGPA. So here from here, I did not add any example. So we will move further. So this is the last one which I wanted to emphasize because sometimes some doubt is there regarding the 8th semester. So we have our internship, we have 5 specialities. So the credit point for this practical exam given is 12. In the syllabus book, in old one, we can calculate the credit point in the beginning of the pages. They have given the credit, but this is that marks. Sometimes we get confused. If at all you want to calculate, go with this mark sheet pattern, and you see it is very easily they have given the credit points. We can you stick to this, and you will avoid so much of confusion. So that will be of help. So 12 is the credit point they have given, and here I get one example. So this is very easy to actually solve. So 12 is the credit point for this particular competency assessment. My student got 85. So 85's letter grade is outstanding, and the grade point is given 10. So when I multiply this 10 with 12, it becomes 120. When I divide this 120 with 12, so it comes 10. So the SGPA for my student for this semester becomes 10. So I think this is the easiest example which I can give you to start with. So in order to understand the remaining one, but actually we need to come from up to down. But just to remember, so this is very easy example which I can give you. So I did not calculate the SGPA because I need to have remaining all the CGPA because I need to have all the marks. Then only I can calculate the actual one. So with this, I finished with SGPA and CGPA calculation. I showed you how the mark list is being designed by INC. The pattern may change, the university may have slight changes here and there, but very important thing, three very important things which we need to have in our mark sheet is credit, letter grade, and grade point. With this only, we are going to calculate the SGPA and CGPA. Then we will move to the transcript framework. So this we are doing since the beginning itself. That is from our annual batch. We know that we are having the practice to do transcript. So it is also not very difficult. It remains the same as how we saw the mark sheet, but few things are excluded and only few things are included, which is important. And we need to just stick to the framework given by the INC and prepare the transcript. So a transcript is an official academic record issued by a nursing college or university that provides a detailed summary of a student's academic performance throughout the nursing program. So we know that just a definition I gave. So this is the sample again. It is given in the 2022 revised syllabus by INC. That only we have this sample of transcript. In the old syllabus, only just 2 lines is given regarding transcript, nothing more is given. So I shared the revised syllabus. Please go through that also. and if possible, attach that at the back of your old syllabus so that you can remember that we need to check that also. Actually, by INC, it is at the last page, it is given that attach it after the last page. So you can go with that. Then, similarly, like how the mark sheet was there, but very important thing, few thing only they have kept here. So they have kept credit, they have kept obtained marks, they have kept grade, letter grade, then grade point, credit point. Credit point is nothing, just 6 into 8, 48. We already did this in calculation of SGPA. So, this 6 into 8 is the this we already used while we were calculating the SGPA. So we will see same what I told you in the previous slide here. So this thing same they had kept here in the transcript. I'll show you. So INC kept this same column here. They want us to compute the SGPA. So for my student, how I calculated like that only. So see, this is the example I kept from that only. So the same student's example I kept. So she obtained 86 marks in English. She obtained 66 in anatomy and physiology. She obtained the 58 in sociology and psychology. So her grade point, letter grades are O, outstanding, B plus, B, and this is important for us 10, 7, 5. So G1, G2, why? Because we will not be adding English. We will not be taking English into consideration while calculating the SGP. So 6 into 7, 42. So this grade point we need to reflect here. So 6 into 5 will be 30. So this when we calculate 42 plus same what I repeated in the previous slide. So the same thing 42 plus 30 divided by actually here 12 should come. So 12, and when we do this calculation 42 plus 30 becomes 72. Then when that divided by 12, 6. This already we calculated, but we need to reflect this calculation in our transcript. So this is the pattern given by INC. You can see. So this is they have given the mark obtained, letter grade, grade point, credit point, and the calculation of SGPA and the first semester SGPA, whatever the student had obtained. So here for my student, it will be 6. For first semester, the SGPA will remain 6. So like that, we need to calculate, we need to give for all the semester. So again, 3 examples I kept just for us to have this thing registered in our brain. So I kept 3 examples. So we in semester 2 again we have credits 5, 12, 11 and 3. Here nothing, no subjects has to be included. So of course while calculating SGPA we need to have all these 4 columns, 4 C1, C2, C3, C4. So C1 into G1 plus C2 into G2 plus C3 into G3 plus C4 into G4. I am just repeating what we previously saw in while calculating the SGPA. Same thing I am repeating again. So if any doubt is there, surely you can ask. So then these G1, C1, G1, so these all need to be, so then we plus it, so 40, 84, 88, 21. And the course credit will be 31. So total, the SGPA student, so it is 7.51. I forgot to mention that one. So that two decimals point has to be mentioned. So that is, and we have to write second semester SGPA equals to 7.51. So like that we have to mention. Then for third semester, again, this also I kept same like example. So we have C1, G1, so that becomes your credit point plus C2, G2, I mean into C2 into G2 plus then C3, G3, then divided by C1, C2, C3. So this we have to remember. So 24, 56, 49. So these all need to be added. These all need to be added. This thing, credit point has to be divided by credit. So when we add this credit point, we have to divide this with course credit. So we will see this. So for my student, so 7 into 3 into 7 is 21. 7 into 7 is 49. 7 into 10 is 7. So here grand total becomes 7 plus 7 plus 3. So 14, 15, 16, 17. And here the grand total becomes, see, so 140. So 140 divided by 70 equals to 8.23. So that becomes the SGPA of that student for that particular semester. S stands for semester. C stands for cumulative. Cumulative means previous all semesters marks added. S means only for particular that semester. So this is how we frame, like we make the transcript for students by the criteria given by IELTS. So same remains for this student in fourth semester. So from here on, I did not give any example. So, but again, we will have repeat it. We will see. We will understand that. So we have C1 into G1 that becomes credit point. So for adult health nursing 2, again for theory, practical different is there. So C2, G2, then plus C3, G3 plus C4, G4. So that becomes, so this credit points total we have to get. We need to get the course credit total, and that will give us, when we will divide both of them, we will get our SGP. So similarly for fifth semester, so whatever subjects are there where exams are conducted, we need to calculate the SGP. So C1 into G1, then C2 plus C2 into G2, C3 plus G3, C4 plus G4 divided by C1 plus C2 plus C3 plus C. So that's how we will get the semester SGPA for that particular semester. Similarly, for sixth semester, we have C1 into G1 plus C2 into G2 plus C3 into G3 plus C4 into G4 plus C5 into G5. Then we get the credit point. We need to add all this credit point, divide by the course credit of that particular semester, and we get the CGPA of that particular SGPA for that student for that semester, which we need to reflect in our transcript. Again, here very clearly we have to mention that the pass mark for elective module is 40%, and the marks are not added in calculating SGPA. Two things not added in SGPA, English as well as elective. So elective will keep on coming in other semesters also. So we need to exclude that while calculating SGPA. So again for seventh semester, so C1 into G1 plus C2, G2 plus C3, G3, then C4, G5, then C5, G5. So all add together, course credit add together, divide both of them, and we get the SGPA. Then so eighth semester, so I gave example in the previous one also. The students got outstanding and the 10, so we multiplied it by 20. So that was very easy example. So here I just had given like 4.7. So 7 when we multiply it becomes 84. So 84 when divided by 12. So it gets, I mean, they did not give and I did not calculate also. Anyways, so that is the SGPA of that particular semester. Then we have, after that, after completing the calculation of all the SGPAs, so we have to calculate the CGPA. CGPA also I told already how we have to calculate. So we need to like the credit, the course credit into SGPA. So first semester course credit into that particular semester's this thing, our SGPA plus second semester course credit into SGPA plus third semester course credit into SGPA, then fourth semester course credit into SGPA, then plus fifth semester's course credit into SGPA plus fifth semester course credit into SGPA plus sixth semester course credit into SGPA, seventh semester course credit into SGPA, and eighth semester course credit into SGPA. So, seventh semester, the previous one was 7. The SGPA came as 7. So, that is being mentioned here. Then the total course credit means 12 plus 31 plus 17 plus 21 plus 11 plus 21 plus 26 plus 12. So that comes as 151, and that when we add all the above values and we divide with 151, we get the cumulative grade point average for that particular students all the semesters. So this is the final. They don't want us to show the CGPA in each semester. They just want us to do it at the end of eighth semester. That they want in general we have to calculate the CGPA and we have to reflect in the terms. So this is regarding my topic today. So if any doubt is there, or if any part where you want me to revise or just talk about that once again, you can let me know, madam.
Thank you, Radna. It is a good session.
Madam.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for that highly informative and insightful session. The session has provided us with valuable insight on academic evaluation in the semester system, that is grading SGPA and CGPA, along with transcript framework. This will support the successful implementation of the outcome-based semester system in nursing education. I request all the participants, please be with us till the end of the session as we will be having a group photograph. We shall now proceed towards the question and answer session. Dear participants, this is an excellent opportunity to interact and seek clarification. I request you to please put your queries in chat box or you can use the raise hand icon. There is question from Dr. Lalit Kumar.
Sir, you can unmute yourself and ask the question. Dr. Lalit Kumar Sharma, sir.
There is one question from
By
Sunmol
mistake.
ma'am. How
So by
get the
mistake.
course credit? Is it given in each semester by INC?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, in 2022 syllabus book which I
Excuse me,
shared,
ma'am, you are not audible.
I'm not audible.
No, it's clearly audible.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in 2022 syllabus book which I shared you, in that I had mentioned the page numbers also in the slide. You can go there and clearly the sample mark sheet which they had given, the credit which they had given, they are the standard credits which we have to follow and we have to calculate the marks. That's why I told you not to go back to the old syllabus and try to calculate each and every credit and then do, because sometimes we get so much confused. So better the recent syllabus, revised syllabus which is given, when we go through that, we will get all the credits and we can use that to calculate the SGPA and CGPA. Thank you, Sunimol madam, for that question.
I think Dr. Lalit Kumar is having a question. can just unmute yourself and ask the question.
Sorry, ma'am, it's by mistake.
Okay. Okay.
Ma'am is well explained, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think, Ratna, the session is very wonderful. It is clearly explained. And also the people want to go through with the video again and again if they want to practice it by their own.
Yes, sure.
And those who are already practicing, yes, they might be get clarity more on the system. So thank you so much for wonderful explanation.
Madam, I also want to thank you for providing this opportunity to think about us and bring us as a resource person. And it's very, for me, being apart from MP, I was so happy to be a part of you all. My teachers who are watching me, I'm so grateful for like whatever I am. You people inspire me, you people motivate me. And I'm very thankful to Raki madam. She has well organized this program, and all my juniors who are listening to me, all my students who are listening to me, and all the participants. Actually, it is very rare that we want to learn, and they so many join us, and it is really very honor to me to see that they want to learn, and I just wanted to give my 100%, and I think that at least I gave some 50% whatever I understood, I learned, I try to give, but really they have to practice it, then only it will be like they will understand it. It is very easy. It is not like we have to be, it is so burden or we can't do that. It is nothing like that. Some small mistakes will keep happening. It's okay, but just end of the day, we need to correct that mistake. That if we remember, everything is in our, we can do. Thank you so much.
Over to you, Neha.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. As we come to the end of today's academic session, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Ms. Ratna Tadi ma'am for sharing her expertise, practical experiences, and valuable perspective on academic evaluation and assessment strategies. Your insight have undoubtedly enriched our understanding and will help us strengthen our educational practices. I would also like to thank all the participants for your active involvement, thoughtful questions, and enthusiastic participation. We look forward to welcome you all tomorrow, our last day of faculty development program, where we'll continue our journey towards strengthening nursing education through clinical practicum and challenges in implementing the semester system. Thank you. Have a pleasant evening. I request everyone to kindly turn on your camera for the group photograph. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Shall I read?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Once
Thank
again,
you.
thank you, Ratna.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Ratna ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity. Thank you, ma'am.